and welcome to the 51st episode of Colors of India. As usual, we bring you the city's cultural diary. And first are the main stories. Dance tribute to the heroes. Some dirty laundry and Mughlai culinary delights. Sare Jahan Se Acha, that is what they call the two-day dance festival conducted by the two-decade-old cultural institution, Utsav. The stage was set and the lamp lit as a tribute to the nation by the artistic fraternity. Sare Jahan Se Acha is an annual festival where different classical cultures come alive.
Indian classical arts and Indian culture is of such great value to our country, to our people, and to the health of the nation. The most important thing that I like to impress upon in my students and in my co-artists is to respect this classical arts and understand the importance and the values it holds in our lives, day-to-day life.
Shankar Jayan's Kuchipudi recital began with the Taranga, which depicted the life event of Krishna after showing the 7 worlds in his mouth to the epic Ras Leela. She performed intricate jadi patterns on a brass plate, the hallmark of Kuchipudi. This was followed by the Geetopadesham, which dramatized the dialogues between Krishna and Arjun in the battlefield, ending with Lord Krishna revealing his Vishwarupa. Kuchipudi has come a long way from the Bhagavatamila tradition and is now, and the Doyen Master Venkatechana Satyam Garu, who passed on very recently, brought a completely new look and idiom and grammar to the Kuchipudi. And Kuchipudi has a verve and vivacity and energy and gaiety about it. So I think there's a lot of new things that are happening within every style of dance. Neena Prasad's Mohiniyattam followed, and she presented the story of Amrapalli, who falls in love with the king, Ajatashatru. Dancing to the tunes of the traditional Shuddha Maddalam, Neena's choreography focused on the theme of futility of the materialistic luxuries. In her search for the truth, Amrapalli adopts Buddhism and is considered the first lady to attain enlightenment.
Amrapalli is something of an experimentation, how a completely liberated soul, the story of a liberated soul is being incorporated to a tradition format like Mohiniyattam. So I do experiment with the form, but not on the traditional ethos of it. It will be completely soaked into the classical form of it, but it will speak to the contemporary audience as well.
Along the lines of enlightenment, Guru Sri Durga Charan Ranbir presented his Odyssey dance drama called Buddha Upakshana. With a group of 8 dancers, he narrated the story of Buddha, focusing on the essence of his life.
The festival instilled in the viewers a sense of pride while also reminding them of the Jawans who'd laid down their lives to protect the motherland. Now, the holy city of Benares has a deep-running musical history, and the new generation has to up their benchmark to meet that standard.
The Kashi Baitak Sangeet Sabha hosted a musical evening in the memory of late Pandit Vishnu Prasanna. The Prasanna brothers, 7th generation musicians from the family, trained by their grandfather Raghunath Prasanna in both the flute and the shehnai, began their performance with the melody Rag Shri on their flutes.
एक्चुअली मेरा उद्देश्य ये है कि जो आज के समय के जो बच्चे हैं, क्लासिकल में रुझान कम है, ऑडियंस का भी और उसका। तो मेरी चाहत थी कि बैठक नुमा, जो आज से 50 साल 60 साल पहले बैठक ज़मीन में बैठ के लोग गाना बजाना सुनते, उस तरह का सोच था। और मैं कोशिश करता हूँ कि उस तरह के ऑडियंस को बुलाऊँ कि ज़मीन में बैठे हैं, और उस तरह के आर्टिस्ट को बुलाऊँ जिनको हम पैसा भी बिल्कुल नहीं देते, वो सम्मान इज्जत करते हैं और आते हैं।
Maintaining the sur and lay equally well, they flawlessly played in the Gaiki Ang, where the instrument is played in the vocal style.
When you look to the India from very far, from the Western countries, when I travel abroad, when I see my country, I see the beauty of my country, what is its tradition. So in that way, I believe that we are keeping forward the tradition with keeping in mind the Western discipline also.
After the soft melodies of the flute came the sonorous vocal of Uma Garg, one of the renowned classical vocalists of India. Accompanied by Akhtar Hussain on the tabla and Vinay Mishra on the harmonium. She began with Rag Jog, a melody which is generally played during the late evenings.
शास्त्रीय संगीत क्लासिकल म्यूज़िक को बढ़ा रहे हैं और इसलिए ये संस्थाएं जो काम कर रही है, तो इसके लिए ये है कि आर्टिस्ट जो इतने बड़े आर्टिस्ट के नाम से कर रहे हैं, तो वो जिस चीज़ के लिए मशहूर हुए हैं क्लासिकल म्यूज़िक के लिए, उस चीज़ को वो आगे बढ़ा रहे हैं.
Next, she performed the Hamsadhwani Rag in Jap Tal. The Hamsadhwani is a rag belonging to the Carnatic music clan, and Jap Tal is a 10-beat rhythm. The slow tone of the flute mixed with that of the deep ragas gave the evening a near-perfect feel. Savor it while we take a small break. Coming up, some dirty laundry and Delhi's first drive-in restaurant. Welcome back. Do you happen to be a theatre enthusiast? If the answer is yes, then the Yellow Brick Project's newest production will completely blow your mind. With no dearth of talent amongst the young blood, a few of them got together to start the Yellow Brick Project, with the aim of promoting art as entertainment and providing professional talents a medium. Their fourth production, The Dirty Laundry, has infidelity as its central theme, and it premiered in Delhi.
We started with musicals, and it's started off as a voluntary-based project, but we've come down 4 years, and this is our fourth show. We moved somewhere down the line from doing purely dance productions to doing a combination of music, theatre and dancing, and so live music, choir, etc. is quite a new step for us.
Excuse me, sir.
A question? Wow, this is a historic day. Yes.
That shirt looks really nice on you, sir. Blue is really your color.
This musical was about a typical upper middle class family where interpersonal relationships have become a breeding ground for chaos.
You know, I've been to Greece before with a friend. We met these two guys there and spent the best week with them. My first crush, Rohan Bobanek. Yeah, class 1. I remember I chased him around for months.
As an audience member, you use humor as a tool to sort of touch at the slightly deeper issues that everyone sort of faces. So as she said, it's across generations, so between parents and their children, or between a married couple, between relationships. I think the idea is to use humor as a tool to get people thinking about what's really going on below the surface.
With a 40-member cast including a live band and choir on stage, giving musical outputs at the right moments, they changed the staple stage design and dared to bring forward a new template.
Hey, come on, if you find me attractive, what's the problem?
Look.
I think it was wonderful. I think the music, the lighting, the dancing was all really nice and very professional.
They also experimented with dance styles, bringing 20th century jazz and Broadway fused with Afro-American hip-hop fashion. when the story took on darker shades, they pushed in contemporary moves. The Yellow Brick told the story with a twist, keeping the experiment and the experience quotient up till the very end. With song, dancing, dialogue and acting all clubbed into one, it was a complete package. And also, with all that little innovations and experiments that they had done, it looked like a new wave theatre production. Now that brings us to the next topic, the double life of Richard Allen.
I feel too old to party, I feel too old to have fun. But you say your life at 50 has only just begun. What's that you have to change?
As he stepped up with his guitar taking the center stage, he greeted everyone and introduced himself as William Thamerthorpe. This is his stage name, he said. But what people commonly know him as is Richard Allen, a professor of film studies at New York University.
File away your taxes. If you let me hold on to your strong arms, and let me feel your brick smile, kiss the crow's feet from your eyes, file away your taxes.
I always wanted to play music when I was a kid, but I didn't do it for one reason or another. And 6 or 7 years ago, I began to write songs, and felt like if I was going to write songs, I needed to play the guitar. So I got myself a guitar, and I knew a little bit of guitar playing from when I was a 17-year-old. And so I started writing songs and beginning to play, and one thing led to another.
Who are you, my lady, my dear? How do you...
As the guitarist and vocal support of his musical band Thamerthorpe, Richard has a wide knowledge of music, and he belted out songs of love and self-deception. And the evening soon became an escape from the hustle and bustle of the city.
I know everything there is to know about you, girl. My questions melt away in your embrace. When I hold your hand, I'm in a place of silence, standing in the shadow of your grace.
I loved it. I completely enjoyed it. I'm a big music fan, so it's like such a nice experience to see your own teacher perform, because it's like, in a way, it's a nice feeling. So it was great.
Oh, and don't you weep. All your kisses still taste sweet. I hate that sadness in your eyes. Angie.
No Use Crying was a song belonging to bubblegum pop and was part of the pop culture during the early 70s. It was played with an upbeat rhythm, which attracted most youngsters.
You can say we're satisfied, but Angie, I still love you, baby.
Richard also sang a song questioning the existing social system. Using music as a medium of mobilization, his song was about politics that had seeped into religious matters.
Come on, baby, dry your eyes. Angie, try.
He sure knows how to make the best of both worlds. We will be taking a small break here, but stay tuned because on the other side, there's so much more.
Coming up, food that is absolutely delicious.
Welcome back. We now move on to the last leg of our show, Food Trail. And in case you're wondering about Tanya, she's on a long extended vacation spending time with friends and family somewhere in Kolkata, and it falls on my shoulders to continue the food trail until she returns. A task which I gladly oblige to do because I too live to eat. Now today we are on Kautilya Marg. Most of you foodies would definitely recognize this nameless food joint out here, and those of you who don't worry, we are here to tell you the whole story.
When most offices and embassies in this area shut for the day, business hours start at this kiosk outside Assam Bhavan. Even with no signboards to announce its name, Al Kausar is a landmark, as they were the first to bring Mughlai cuisine onto the streets from the confines of star hotels or the noisy bylanes of the walled city.
अल कौसर के बारे में बहुत सुना है, और खास करके काकोरी कबाब के बारे में थोड़ा उसके बारे में बताएंगे।
देखिए, ये हमारे फादर थे, ये हमारी चौथी पीढ़ी इसमें गुजर गई है। जो कबाब हमारा है पूरे वर्ल्ड में हमारी फैमिली से निकला हुआ। तो इस कबाब की खासियत जो है वो ये है कि बड़ा फ़ाइन हम लोग इसको बनाते हैं, और बनाने के बाद में इसमें मसाले काफ़ी पड़ते हैं, और इसकी मैं कहता हूँ इस कबाब जैसा मेहनत किसी कबाब में नहीं है। जैसे इसका बेसिक क्या है कि अगर रंग रूप नहीं अच्छा आएगा, कबाब नहीं अच्छा आता है। हमारे फादर ने 72 से यहाँ मौर्या में ज्वाइनिंग किया। मौर्या के बाद ये इस अल कौसर को स्टार्ट किया। आज अल कौसर की पहचान जो है वो एक काकोरी कबाब की वजह से।
ना आपके कोई बोर्ड है ना कुछ है, पर फिर भी लोग इतने आते हैं।
हमारे वहाँ पे देखिए सारे फिल्मी स्टार वगैरह, सारे फिल्मी स्टार और क्रिकेटर, कोई भी मतलब जो नॉनवेज का शौकीन ना हो, फिल्मी मतलब यहाँ पे हमारे वहाँ खाना ना खाया हो। आप जिसका भी नाम पूछेंगे तकरीबन मैं किस का नाम बताऊँ, या इस जगह पे बिगर बोर्ड लगे ये हाल है।
एक चीज़ मैंने नोटिस किया है कि जैसे जो लोग जनरली करते हैं, अगर कोई स्टार आता है तो उनके साथ फ़ोटो खींचना और उसको वॉल पे लगाना, आपने बिल्कुल नहीं करा।
हमारे देखिए ऐसा है ना, ये पिछले 15 साल से इस चीज़ का जो दिखता है वो बिकता है। तो हम लोगों ने इस चीज़ की कभी अहमियत नहीं। काम ही इतना रश होता था 90 में हम लोगों के पास इतना मतलब वो नहीं था कि हम किसी को मुड़ के देखें। पहले क्या होता था, मारुति कार वगैरह होती थी, बोनट पे लोग खाने का चलन और बारबेक्यू का जो चलन चला है ओपन गाड़ियों में, वो यहीं से चला। दिल्ली में जितना कबाब मेरा बिकता है किसी का नहीं।
Well, that is the story of the kakori kebab. More on that we will decide after we taste a couple of the things that they have here.
This is also Delhi's first drive-in restaurant, and people continue to enjoy a quiet meal sitting inside their air-conditioned cars. You can also do a standing ovation to the meal or simply plonk on the sidewalks with a plate. I have on mine Al Kausar's signature dishes.
$52. That is the number of spices they used to make one kakori kebab. Now the exterior part of it looks deceptively firm, but all it needs is a touch of a plastic spoon, and then when you put it into your mouth, it melts like butter. So much more juicy, so much more succulent and meaty than that. I'm completely sold out.
The kakori kebab tops the list of specialities here. This kebab is said to have originated in the kitchens of the Nawab of Kakori, who instructed his cooks to prepare a more refined sheikh kebab, minus the coarse texture. You can get them wrapped in paper thin rumali roti or without it. They also serve the galoti kebab, a dish that was originally created to keep the toothless Nawab of Lucknow a connoisseur of fine meat in good spirits. This is still prepared using the finest lamb cuts, which are minced twice as finely before flavoring them with spices and adding tenderizers.
Now, in case you want to pair the galote kebab with something, then try the varki roti. It's easy on your stomach and it has this surprising element of sweetness in it because they make it with a little bit of milk and ghee and sugar added.
मुझे यहाँ काकोरी कबाब बड़ा फेमस है, नंबर 1, नंबर 2 चिकन अफगानी। काकोरी कबाब खाना है।
नहीं, यहाँ का नॉनवेज वगैरह बहुत अच्छा है, तो हम बहुत बार आते हैं। इसको भी मैं पहली बार लेके आया हूँ साथ में, बिकॉज यहाँ का जो प्रिपरेशन है वो बहुत अच्छी है। चिकन मलाई टिक्का, काकोरी कबाब वगैरह स्पेशलिटी है इनकी, तो हम बाहर बहुत टाइम से आ रहे हैं, इसलिए काकोरी कबाब के लिए स्पेशली आते हैं यहाँ पे।
और यहाँ का काकोरी कबाब, गलौटी कबाब, बरकी पराठा और हांडी बिरयानी, ये बिल्कुल लाजवाब है। खाना तो यहाँ का सारा लाजवाब है, लेकिन ये जो 4-5 चीज़ें ये बिल्कुल अमेजिंग है। ये
We have heard about the pot biryani here, pot biryani. So we have come all the way from Karol Bagh.
At Al Kausar, each time there is an order, the pre-prepared dish is added to the earthenware. Heated until smoke comes out from the cracks in the dum and then served, pot and all. Break open the seal and out comes the Lucknowi or the Avdi biryani.
When you break open that handi and that smell of all the spices mixed with the rice hits you, now that is the biryani experience. If you want to know how one dish can taste radically different in different regions, then you should follow the story of the biryani because it is highly rewarding. The biryani from Lucknow, from Hyderabad, from Malabar coast, all of them taste entirely different from each other. But that is another story. We will have to tell you that much later. For now, that's all we have on the show. Take care, good night and bye-bye.